Hi, my name is Ethan Nazaro, and this is a presentation on Chapter 6, The Art of the Interview for the Aim for the Heart book. There are several key concepts that you need to grasp to understand the art of the interview. The first is learn to listen. Showing the interviewee that you are actively hearing them out is extremely important. Not interrupting or judging the interviewee is a key for keeping them engaged with you. Asking questions about what they are saying and visually acknowledging their responses shows that you are interested in their story. By being a listener, you will start to open up the opportunity for asking more questions. Listen more than you talk, and focusing on one topic at a time keeps the interview on track. Question what is the purpose of this interview? Ask open-ended questions that allow interviewees to respond how they want to, and mirror your interviewee, or repeat back to them what they just said. This helps you get a better understanding of their response. Interviewing reluctant sources is a challenging task, but is beneficial, especially in journalism. Reluctant in this sense is someone you are interviewing who is not willing to talk about the subject at first. An example of this would be a victim of a crime. When interviewing someone who is reluctant, it is important that you tell their side of the story. Many victims feel that sometimes they didn't put everything on the record. Illustrate an important issue. As people cope with a situation, it is important that you remind them that the victims are not at fault. Their perpetrator is. And warning the community after an incident could help prevent further cases or incidents. When dealing with the families of victims, there are a few keys to remember. Identifying yourself and making a positive first impression will help interviewees begin to trust you. Ensure that the family knows about what happened before you interview them. You do not want to be the bearer of bad news. Ensure them that they are not alone, and many others have been affected by what has happened to them. Be professional by being confidential and looking for alternative sources if they do not want to be interviewed, and thank them for their time. Love them or hate them, interviewing juveniles is sometimes a must. When interviewing a juvenile, ask yourself these questions. Have I clearly identified myself? How will this affect them? What will motivate them to respond without tricking or deceiving them? Can I trust what they say is true? And if I was this juvenile's parents, would I be upset at some of the questions I asked them? If there is only one thought that goes through your brain before you interview a juvenile, it should be the golden rule. Do unto other people's kids as you would have other people do unto your kids. Finally, here are just some dead giveaway things to avoid overall, no matter the situation. Hinting at blackmail or coercion when interviewing is a good way to lose trust. Talking about other sources or bad-mouthing them makes you come off as unprofessional. Having no filter on what you say could lead you to offending someone, and being underprepared in any aspect makes an interview a painful process. Thank you. I appreciate you listening and watching my presentation on Chapter 6, The Art of the Interview.